Hello guys, and welcome to another week of our mobility and flexibility class here at CrossFit MCI. Hope you've been enjoying the last few weeks. This week we are going to be going over a bit of shoulder and T-spine or thoracic mobility. I know it is an issue for a few people, for a lot of people out there. And we're going to try and work on that today. So overhead work can be very tricky if you do have restrictions in your shoulder or in your thoracic spine. It's difficult in day-to-day work or in day-to-day routines. I know a lot of people work at a computer, or if they're driving their car to work, they're in that slump position. So if you are at a computer, your shoulders are going to be drawn forward. If you're driving, your shoulders are going to be drawn forward and you're going to be in that hunch position, and your body gets used to that. If you're doing it for so many hours a day, if you're watching TV at night, you're sort of slumped on the sofa, shoulders rolling forward. So whenever it comes to doing that overhead work, your body's not used to getting in that prime position to overhead squat or even to do shoulder to overhead movements. What we tend to see is if people have flexibility or tightness in their shoulders and their T-spine, that whenever they go to overhead squat, if they can't get into that final position and they struggle with their shoulders, what we'll tend to see, in order for them to get into that final position, they're going to have to arch their lower back. So arch their lower back, which is bad because if you have a load overhead and you arch that back, there's going to be a lot of pressure on that lumbar spine, which can lead to serious injuries. So that's why we're going to be doing a bit of shoulder flexibility, try and get the shoulders nice and loose, and the T-spine mobility, and hopefully that'll get you a little bit more comfortable overhead, and you'll be able to start cracking out some PBs. So you're not going to need much equipment today. I know a lot of people are working from home during this quarantine, so we're going to try and use minimal equipment. A lot of people might not have resistance bands or ISO bands or things like that. The only couple of things we will need for today is a foam roller if you have one. If not, you can also substitute it for even like a 2-litre bottle of water, or even use even a football, or if you've got like a med ball or even a rugby ball, or something like similar to that. And we're also going to need a PVC pipe or a broomstick, or if you don't have that, you can also use like a tea towel. But other than that, let's get ready. Let's get stretching. We're going to start off like I did the other week. We're going to do a little bit of breath work to begin with, just to get the breathing right throughout these movements, and hopefully it'll just relax you a little bit, and we'll get going. So find a comfortable position. You can either go legs crossed, you can go lying down for the minute, and we're just going to do some holds. We're going to breathe in, hold at the top, and exhale. We'll run through that a few times. When we're breathing, just listen to your body. Notice if there's any aches or pains or niggles, and just be careful. Be careful as we go. So start off comfortable position. We're going to do inhale through the nose, and we're going to breathe out through the mouth. So let's get ready. Close the eyes, and we're going to inhale, filling up the lungs as much as we can. Hold. And exhale out through the mouth, trying to get all that air out. And hold at the bottom. 3, 2, 1, and inhale. And exhale. Trying to feel your body relax into that position. And hold. And inhale. Exhale. And inhale. One last time. And exhale. Nice, guys. Let's jump onto the mats. and let's get ready. So, we're going to start off just with a simple prayer. We're just going to warm everything up before we get into the main stretches. So, we're going to start off in the first position. We're just going to go into a prayer position. So we're just going to start just sitting back onto the heels. We're going to come into that prayer position. What we want to do is we want to push those elbows in together. If we can, that just opens up the shoulder blades, and we're going to start getting a bit of a stretch going. So, in this position, in that prayer position, elbows together, we're just going to start reaching the hands up to the sky. What we are trying to do, we're not trying to arch our back, we're trying to keep a nice straight back and just use the shoulders and open up those shoulder blades. So, elbows together, and we're just going to lift up as much as we feel comfortable for now. Keeping the back straight, we're going to hold for 10 seconds. You should feel the shoulder blades opening up. 3, 2, 1, and relax down. If you want to, you can shake out your arms a little bit. Guys, in this position, let's try and keep those elbows touching if we can. Once they start to separate out, we'll just hold that position. And again, we're going to do this a couple more times. So elbows together in that prayer position, pushing the hands up to the sky, and hold for 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax. 2 more times. Let's go hands together in a prayer. And up. 3, 2, 1, and relax. You can just roll the shoulders out a little bit. And we'll go one more time. Elbows together and up. 2, 1, and relax. Nice guys. You can just try and rotate the shoulders round. Good guys. From here, we're going to go into that quadruped position. So we're going to walk the knees back. We're just going to stack the shoulders over the wrists, and we're just going to go through some scapular push-ups. So from here, we're just going to drop the chest down to the floor, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Hold for a few seconds. And then we're going to push away from the ground and try and open up the shoulders. And again, dropping the chest, relaxing the shoulders, letting them fall to the floor. Let's push away, actively press up, opening up the shoulder blades. If you want to challenge us a little bit more, you can come up to the top of that push-up position. Just making sure there's a nice straight line between the shoulders, hips and ankles. From here, let's drop the chest again to the floor. Let's press away. One more time through. We'll drop the chest. Closing the shoulders off. Let's press away. Opening the shoulder blades. And relax. Good guys, from here we're going to progress into that cat-cow position. So again, it'll just be opening up the shoulders, and then we're going to be dropping the chest to the floor as well. So we're going to start on all fours for this. Similar to the bottom of that scapula push-up, we're just going to drop the chest to the floor, and we're going to look up towards the sky, right just in front of us. From here, we're going to start to round that back. Then we're going to actively press away from the floor. We're going to tuck the chin into the chest. We're going to drop the chest again to the floor. Lifting the head up. We're going to start rounding that back again, pressing away from the floor. Chin to chest. Just feel those shoulder blades really open up. Drop again. Into the cow. And go through this one more time. Pushing up into the cat. Drop the chest one last time. Lovely. So next thing we're going to be doing, we're going to be staying in that position, and we're just going to be rotating that chest up to the sky, opening up the thoracic a little bit more. So in all fours, what we're going to do is we're going to stack the shoulder over the left wrist, and we're going to just lift that right hand and just put it behind the back of the head. From here, we're going to twist the body. We're going to go outside of the right elbow to the inside of the left elbow. We're going to hold here for a few seconds. Then we're going to twist up to the sky, opening up that chest as much as you feel comfortable to. Try not to overdo it. Try not to drop the hips. Try and keep the hips nice and square. Twisting that body up to the sky. We're going to hold for another 5. And we're going to drop the elbow to the elbow again. We'll open it up. Elbow to sky, opening up that chest. Again, just drop it down. Open it up. And down. One last time, I'm going to reach up. And drop it down. Good guys, we're going to go right hand on the floor. We're going to change sides. So we're going to put left hand behind the head. We're going to go left elbow to the inside of that right elbow. Squeeze, hold for a few seconds. And we're going to reach up to the sky. And back down again. Twist and up. Down. Up. Down, and then we're going to go through it one more time. Again, trying to keep the hips nice and square. Twist up. Last hold. 3, 2, 1, and relax here. Lovely guys, hopefully you'll start to feel a little bit warm now. So from here we're going to need our foam roller. We're going to do a bit of thoracic stretching here. So get your foam roller out. What we're going to do is lie on our backs. We'll start off just with that foam roller underneath the ribs, so just about halfway up the back. Guys, a common fault whenever people are stretching their T-spine is whenever they're using the foam roller, they tend to use the bottom of their back and they try and arch a lot whenever they're reaching back with this. We don't want to do that today. That's just going to put pressure on the lower back and you're going to be stretching the lower back out. We want to try and stretch that T-spine out. So whenever we're in this position, try to tuck that tailbone around and really engage that core. So we're going to start off, like I said, halfway up, and we're just going to reach up to the sky, opening up the shoulder blades. Again, squeezing the core, tucking the tailbone in. And from here, we're just going to hold. We'll rock back, and just coming up off the hips, we're going to rock back and forward, just about 2 inches or so, nice and small rolls. Again, reaching up to the sky, trying to open up the shoulder blades. With bumps to the floor again, we'll move up another inch or 2. So it's just underneath the shoulder blades now. Again, reaching up to the sky, you can go overhead. Just going to lift the hips off the floor. We're just going to roll for the next 20 seconds. Another 10. 2, 1. And from here we're going to drop the hips to the floor and we're just going to hold the stretch. So we're going to bring the arms, if we can, we're going to bring the arms overhead. If that's too uncomfortable, we're just going to reach up for the sky and we'll bring those arms overhead. Again, squeezing the core, and we're just going to drop back. For another 15 seconds here. Three, two, one. Go guys. Again, we're going to move that foam roller up the body a little bit more, so it's just under the base of the neck, just up around the traps. And again, we're going to reach up to the sky, just going to roll that out. Nice small rolls. I'm going to do this for the next 20 seconds. Another 10. 3, 2, 1. From here we're going to drop the hips to the floor and we're just going to stretch. Again, squeezing that core, try not to overarch. Squeezing the core, trying to just drop the shoulders behind the body. If you have a dumbbell or a kettlebell, you can also use this as a bit of an aid. You can use the dumbbell or the kettlebell as a bit of an anchor. So you can put the dumbbell behind the body. And whenever you're stretching back, you can just hold on to it and use that just to hold the hands, just to get a bit more of a stretch. If not, don't worry. So, we're going to go foam roller here. We can, we're going to stretch back. Again, try not to overarch that back. We're going to try and squeeze, really try and squeeze that core. And we're going to reach forward, reach back, sorry. We're going to hold for 20 seconds. You feel a big stretch all the way up in that thoracic and even in the lats. And hold for another 15. Five. And relax there. And come on up. Guys, you should feel a nice big stretch. You should feel the T-spine starting to open up there. So, if you have that dumbbell, you can fire that away. going to use this foam roller, or you can use a rugby ball or a football or what you've got. And we're going to lie down on our side. So we're going to lie nice and square to the floor. We're going to keep that bottom leg nice and straight, and we're just going to use this foam roller as an aid. We're going to put that left knee on top of that. That's just going to try and keep it at 90 degrees. That's just going to try and isolate the hip, so you're not going to be moving the hip too much during this next movement. So what we're going to do here, we're going to go through two different movements. We're going to just do that for a couple of sets, then we're going to swap sides. So we'll start off, if you have a pillow, you can also use a pillow here. We're going to start off, hands flat out in front, at 90 degrees, and keeping that leg at 90 degrees. We're going to try and push the shoulders away to try and open up the shoulder blades a little bit more. And from here, what we're going to do, we're just going to lift the hands up off the ground and just stretch it all the way around. Again, try and keep the hips nice and square, and we're just going to fold all the way across if we can. If you come to a sticking point, you can hold there, or just stay at a comfortable position. Don't push too much, or if you can twist all the way around until the other hand is on the floor, opening up that chest. We're going to hold for 10 seconds here. Now we're going to slowly move back. Again, actively pressing, pushing away, so you're opening up the shoulder blade. We're going to come all the way around and back again. The next thing we're going to be doing is just another rotation round. So we're going to start with the left hand. We're going to go palms facing down, and we're just going to start moving the hand up overhead, twisting all the way around. Once it comes to 90 degrees to the other arm, we're going to start flipping the hand round. Again, you might come to a bit of a sticking point. If you come to a sticking point, you can just hold that position for a few seconds and then bring it all the way around. You should feel a nice big stretch. And we're just going to pause whenever those arms are nice and straight. Hold for a few seconds. And then we're going to bring the arm round again. Once it gets to that overhead, we're going to just flip round and back to that start position. We're going to run through that a few more times. So, back to the first position. We're going to open up the arms. Twist them all the way around. Again, keeping the hips nice and square. Opening up that chest. We're going to hold another 5 seconds. And come back. Good. Straight away, we're going to start rotating the arm round. Again, nice and slow. All the way around. And back. Let's go one more round. Opening up the chest. Actively pressing away. And we're going to hold. And come on back. Straight away, I'm going to bring the arms round. If you get to that sticking point, like I said, just chill out here for a few seconds. And then you can continue all the way around. And hold. Now let's go back one more time. Thanks, guys. If you want to, you can do that a few more times, but for now we're just going to change sides. So, left hand side on the floor. Trying to keep that leg at a 90-degree angle, and this leg straight enough. Come right there. And here, just going to open up, really pressing away from us, open it up. Thoracic. And we're going to hold. Take it back. Down from here, hand up. And if you get to a sticking point, you hold for a few seconds. And then move all the way around. And back again. You also feel a stretch on the chest here as well. And again, let's open up. Follow the hand all the way around. Hold for a few seconds, and back. Move straight in, rotate around. Hopefully every round you do this gets a little bit easier. And we'll pause. Now let's go back. You guys will go through this one more time. Open it up. Straight in. And back. And relax there. Good job. So that's the end of the foam roller. So you can set that to the side. Next movement we're gonna excuse me, we're gonna need PVC pipe, broomstick, or you can grab a tea towel if you want. So for this posture position, we're going to need this and a chair. I forgot to mention that earlier, sorry. So if you need to run, get a chair or a footstool or just something at a bit of an elevated height, go and do that now. But this position is going to require you to get your broomstick or your tea towel, and we're going to go hand grip about shoulder width apart, and from here we're going to squeeze the elbows in as much as we can. And we're going to put the elbows onto the chair, onto the footstool. Again, trying to squeeze the elbows nice and close. I'm going to walk the knees out a little bit. And from here, we're just going to sit back onto the heels and push the head through the shoulders and just hold that position. If we can, try not to arch that back. We really want to try and tuck the tailbone down so you've got that bit of flex in that spine. And we're going to hold for a few more seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Come out nice and easy. And just relax for a few seconds. You can shake it off if you want. Now you should feel a bit of a stretch in the shoulders and in the lats a little bit as well. So we're going to go through this a couple of times. Again, let's grab a hold of it, shoulder width apart, squeezing the elbows together. Let's set up. We're going to walk the knees back. Again, we're going to sit back onto the heels, head through the shoulders. Again, try not to arch the back, try and tuck that tailbone round, pelvis round. And we're going to hold for 20 seconds. Let's try and open up the shoulder blades as well. Go for another 10. 3, 2, 1, and relax. We're going to do this 2 more times. So hold for about 20 seconds at a time. Again, if you need to reset, hands out, elbows together. And let's sit back onto the heels, head through the shoulders. Three, 2, 1, and relax. We'll go through this 1 more time. 3, 2, 1. Push the hips back to the heels. Head through the shoulders. Again, try not to arch that back. Try and tuck that tailbone round. Another 10 seconds. Last one. And relax out of that position. Nice and easy. Cool. Next we're just going to move on to more of a shoulder stretching now. So we'll start off, we'll waken up the shoulders with a little bit of a static hold. So we're just going to go kneeling hold. We're going to thread the shoulder through. So I'm going to come on all fours again. We'll go right hand side. So we're going to move the left hand out a little bit further, about a 45-degree angle. And from here, we're just going to thread that arm through, and we're just going to drop that shoulder to the floor. Feel a stretch on the outside of that shoulder. And if we can, let's try and twist the body towards the floor. That'll just put a bit more emphasis on that stretch. We'll take a big inhale. And on that exhale, let's try and twist a little bit further. We're going to hold for another 10 seconds. And let's swap sides, so we'll go right hand out. And from here, thread that left arm through, dropping the shoulder to the floor. And again, let's try and twist that chest to the floor. And we'll take an inhale. And on that exhale, let's just try and twist a little bit further. And 3, 2, 1. And relax, come on out. Shake that off a little bit more. So, what we're going to be doing, we're going to be lying on the floor next. Another little shoulder exercise. Lying flat on the floor, arms out in front of us. And from here, all we're going to do, we're going to just squeeze the lats and squeeze the shoulders. We're just going to lift the arms up off the floor, lift the head up. Or you can keep your head down. I'm just going to hold for 10 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax. Again, whenever we lift the shoulders up off the ground, let's try and squeeze the shoulders. If you want to make it a bit more difficult, we'll take the feet off the floor as well. We're going to run through this a few more times. So, head on the floor. 3, 2, 1. Lift the shoulders up. Try and get those thumbs up to the sky. Try and lift the thumbs up as high as we can. And for another 3, 2, 1, and relax. Go through this 2 more times. Let's go ahead to the floor. And again, shoulders up, arms up. Another 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. If we are lifting the feet off the floor, let's try and squeeze the quads, squeeze the bum, squeeze the lats as well. We're going to do this 1 more time. Ready? Head to the floor. 3, 2, 1, and let's lift up. Squeeze the shoulders. And 3, 2, 1, and relax here. Good guys, staying in this position, we're going to go through a couple of reverse snow angels. Quite similar, we're going to go through a full range of motion with the arm. The movement we're going to be doing, I'll just show you very quickly before we get into it. So again, we're just going to lift the hands a couple inches off the floor, palms facing down, and we're just going to bring the arms out nice and wide, pressing out and away, so opening up the shoulder blades. Once we get to halfway, we'll start to flip the palms, and we'll just bring them in, around, behind the back. Try not to let the hands touch the floor all the way around. So you can do this unweighted. If you do have a couple of weights, or even if you want to use 2 bottles of water, you can do that. Or if you've got some plates, you can also use some plates. Just hold them in your hand while you're bringing it around. That'll make it a little bit harder for you. But we're going to go through this a couple of times. We're going to go through this. Excuse me. Hopefully it'll wake up the shoulders a little bit. So let's start off in a lying position. Again, lift the shoulders and arms up off the floor. If you can lift your feet up, but it's not necessary. And we're just going to work all the way around. Till it gets to the bottom of your back. Once the hands touch, we're going to bring it all the way around again. Squeezing the shoulders as we go. It should take about 10 seconds to get from one end to the other. And we're going to rock through this 4 times. And twist and squeeze the shoulders. Once the hands touch, let's get back. That's twice. 2 more times. Really trying to squeeze the shoulders as we go. Your shoulders should be burning by now. One more time. And back one final time. And relax. We're just going to do one more set of that 4 times through. Again, if you need to, shake the shoulders off. And again, let's go one more set. Let's lift arms up off the floor and let's go. Like I said, it should take about 10 seconds to get from one end to the other. Not bad. Again, try and keep the shoulders up off the floor, try not to let them drop. One. And straight back to the second set. Yep. That's 2. Coming into the third. Nice, slow and easy. Shoulders should be screaming at you. One last one. And back one last time. And relax. It's tight. You ready to do some overhead work yet, are you? So, next position we're going to be doing, we're going to be lying or sitting on the floor. We're going to go into a table position or a crab position, whatever you call it. We're going to just move our feet out a little bit further than normal. Usually they should be about here. We're just going to walk them out a little bit more. We're going to step the hands out behind the body. Might need to come a little bit wider. And from here, we're going to just come up into that tabletop position. So pushing the hips up, squeezing the core, pushing the hips up. Hold it for a few seconds. You should feel that in your shoulders as well as your core and your legs. And from here, we're going to push the bum down towards the heels. And we're going to sit here, keeping the arms nice and straight. You should feel a big stretch in the front of your shoulders. We're going to hold for another 5 seconds. If you want to increase that, we'll just sit a bit forward a bit more. And 3, 2, 1. We'll just sit back and shake it off. Like I said, you should feel a nice big stretch in the front of those shoulders. We're going to do this 4 times in total. So let's get set up for the next one. And keeping the feet a little bit further in front. Let's push the hips up towards the sky, squeezing the shoulders. Squeezing the bum and squeezing the legs here. And then shift the weight forward. And we'll hold for 10. 3, 2, 1. And we'll just sit back and relax. Said if you need to, shake it off. 2 down, 2 to go. Again, let's get set up. Hips up to the sky. Squeeze the bum, squeeze the shoulders. And then let's push the bum forward to the heels. Keeping the arms nice and straight if we can. And try and keep that chest up. Another 5, 3, 2, 1, and shift the bum back. Let's go 1 more. Get that set up. Hips up, big squeeze. And let's sit forward. Arms nice and straight. Hold for a few more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1, and relax. Nice, guys. Your shoulders should be getting pretty warm by now. The next one we are going to be doing, we're just going to be going on all fours, stretching out a little bit. We'll be using the legs a little bit here, but nothing too difficult this one. From here we're just going to go opposite arm, opposite leg. So we're just going to come all fours. We're going to put the right leg out, extend the right leg out, extend left hand out. Again, we're just going to lift it up, squeezing the shoulders. Hold. 5, 3, 2, 1. And we're just going to swap sides. So right arm extends, left leg extends. Another 5 seconds. Return to the original position. Again. Right leg, left arm. If you can, try and lift the arms up a little bit further and the leg up a little bit further every time. Hold for another 5. And relax. Next side. Again, trying to lift that arm and leg a little bit higher than before. And trying to reach out as far as you can. Another 5. And we'll swap sides one last time each. Right leg, left arm. Three, 2, 1. One last time. Right leg, sorry, left leg, right arm. Again, reaching out in front of you, lifting your arms and legs as high as you can go. Hold for another few seconds. 3, 2, 1, and relax here. Okay. Next position, we're going to go up against a wall. It's another bit of a rotation for the shoulders. Nice shoulder stretch, and lower them up a good bit here. So, we're going to start off. We'll go our right shoulder against the wall. We're going to come into a bit of a lunge, trying to keep the feet nice and straight. We're going to try and keep our hips nice and square in front of us. If you need to step a little bit further off the wall, you can. Your shoulders should be very close to the wall here. As from here, we're just going to go palms facing out, and we're just going to hover the hand over the wall. You can set it against the wall. Twist. Try and keep your shoulders nice and square, similar to the movement we were doing before. Again, trying to keep the hips square to the floor, and come all the way around. Until your palms are down. And let's go back the way. That is very difficult for you and your shoulders are moving quite a lot. Just step a little bit further off the wall. And we'll start again. We'll go 3 times on each side. Back the way now. Nice and slow and controlled. Again, try not to overarch that spine. Just try and tuck that rib cage down. Keep it nice and neutral. Back. Again, we'll do one more on this side. Keeping the hips nice and square if we can. Back away one last time. And then we'll swap sides. Probably find one shoulder will be a bit more mobile than the other. Again, coming up. Bit of a lunge position. Hips nice and square. Try and keep those shoulders nice and square. No overarching. Tuck the rib cage down. Trying to keep the arms nice and straight. Push away. Back the way. Again. If it does feel uncomfortable, if you get to a sticking point, just hold in that position if you want for a few seconds. Try and push against the wall a little bit more. If not, you can follow it all the way around. And reverse. One last time. There's a couple of last things we're going to be doing today. It's just a bit of rotator cuff work. Come here, you can just sit on your heels. And we're just going to start. We're going to bring the elbows up at a 90-degree angle. And from here, we're just going to try and keep those arms nice and straight. And we're just going to lift the arms up. And again, trying to push them back. Trying to keep a nice 90-degree angle, nice straight position. Again, trying to keep that back nice and straight. And whenever we're lifting those arms up, try not to overarch the top. You can use the wall as a bit of assistance if you are arching that back. So again, trying to push the bottom of the back against the wall. We're going to bring the arms up. Up flat against the wall. Again, trying to keep that back pressed against the wall as well. Again, if you want, you can use some weights, a couple of bottles of water, a tin of beans, just to make it a bit more difficult for yourself. So again, we'll rock through this a couple more times. Trying to isolate those shoulders. Again, and up to the sky. Down. Again. Couple of seconds. All the way up. And pause. And back. Just want to see a nice, slow and controlled movement all the way up. Trying to keep your arms at 90 degrees. Squeezing the shoulders while we're doing it. And one last time. Tuck the rib cage down. Try not to overarch. Open up. Nice and slow. Nice, guys. And one last exercise. We're going to just come onto the side. Just very similar to what we had before. Again, just another rotator cuff exercise. You can lie on the floor. We're just going to bring the arm down. And we're just going to bring it up 90 degrees again. Trying to lift it up as hard as you can go. Again, if you want to use a weight to assist you, or to make it a little bit more tricky, you can. So down slowly for 10 seconds. Hold. And up. Trying to squeeze the shoulder. Down. And again, we go up. Big squeeze. And down. And from here, you can swap sides. Again, you can use that foam roller to keep your knee up if you desire. And again. Squeezing at the top. Slowly down. Slowly down. Just nice, slow and controlled. Want to try and keep those shoulders nice and active on the way down. Again, lifting it up. And slowly down. And relax there. Guys, that is you done for today. Like I said, just a bit of a run through, just a bit of a shoulder opener, thoracic opener. Like I said, very limited equipment. If you do have more equipment, if you want to know how to stretch out using resistance bands and things, certainly get in touch. Like I said, we will be doing different body parts every week, be focusing on those areas that you find tricky. So if you would like us to do anything in particular, whether that be ankle mobility, hip mobility, lat stretches, feel free to send us a message on Instagram, Facebook, or indeed just on the YouTube comments. So guys, hope you're keeping safe. Hopefully you enjoyed that. Nothing too strenuous. Just help you to get that overhead mobility. So yeah guys, stay safe and I will see you again very soon. Thank you.